Are you in the markets? If so, you're already ahead of 50% of the working population. If you're not in the stock markets, you may want to start considering getting into the markets to create financial freedom for yourself. By watching my videos, you've already seen that I'm profitable. Now, if you consider taking the same trades that I'm taking, you too can be profitable. If you are going to follow me and possibly make some of the trades that I'm making, you have to know that this is not a get rich quick. This is growth over time. This is growth over years, decades even. So what do you say? Let's start selling some stocks. And the SP 500 just can't be stopped. It also can't make up its mind. So here we are. We're just going back up, opposite of yesterday, which is opposite day before, opposite before that, opposite before that. And just like yesterday, because we do have an uptrending market, we don't have a lot of stocks that we're going to be selling because we sold as the price fell down here. Honestly, I don't care which direction to go. I prefer it to go just continually go up. That way we don't ever have to sell anything, but that's not reality. The important thing is just to know that this is a escalator up and down. It's an elevator up and down. This is a roller coaster ride. So just hang on for the ride and do what the markets have you do. So the first stock we'll look at is Taiwan Semiconductor. This is a continuation from yesterday, possibly. Again, this is possible sell. And so this is the same as yesterday. Even though we have our fast moving average is below our slow moving average, our price is above both. So we're going to hold off until Monday and see what price action occurs then to make our decision to stay in the trade or to sell. Next one we're going to look at is an ETF SMH. This was a sell signal that was triggered yesterday as price fell below both of the moving averages. However, we have price movement back up. Now with today's price action, we have a crossover of the fast moving average. If you look closely, we'll zoom in. We have a crossover of the fast moving average yesterday as price went up, but we did not buy, but we do have a continuation for today on this crossover. So we're going to buy 2. I currently have 6. I like to be maxed out at 8. So we're going to buy 2 at 293.45. So we'll expand this back out. And the next stock we're going to look at is JBL. Jabal. Now on Jabal, we had a crossover 2 days ago. We had confirmation it was a very small, very light crossover. We had confirmation of the price action going downward. However, price started out higher than the close of the previous day. And now in reference to this sell alert, we currently have price that moved up today significantly. So we're going to wait. We're not going to sell anything, but we already do have a sell order just in case price does spike up for the one share that we own of this. So the next stock we're going to look at is Unity Software. Unity Software is moving like the S&P 500. We're just moving within a range. We really haven't gone anywhere. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trading days. We're pretty much where we were at the open 13 days ago. We had our fast moving average cross over the slow moving average, which is a sell signal to try to possibly sell out all of our stocks. We were looking for a continuation today. However, we had price open higher than yesterday's close. Even though we do have price moving down, I'm going to wait until Monday for continuation to see what happens on Monday with price action. So we'll just hold on to Unity Software. Now we have 16. We currently have a sell order on 8 of those. That's because of the day trading activities I do on this account as well. But we'll just move on to our next stock. We'll just hit the sell alerts, which is DraftKings. All right, we have a pretty big move in DraftKings today. We had it open lower than our fast moving average, and it dropped below our slow moving average. We do have a MACD that's trending downward. We have the fast moving line, excuse me, we have the MACD line moving across our signal line back here about a week and a half ago. And we have the RSI going down. So typically I would wait until Monday, but we're going to go ahead and sell. We have 8. I like to have 16. So we have 2 blocks left, and each of those are 4. So I'm going to sell 4 shares at the current price of $43.26. Oh, no, don't go. Did that again. I accidentally purchased. Not a sell. All right, so we'll try this again. We'll sell those 4 at $43.24. I bought some at 20. All right, those didn't go. So we'll try to sell these at $43.22. Those sold. So I purchased at $43.17. So that's a 20-cent profit for those 4 shares. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the DraftKings that I just bought and set a sell order for that, but I'll do that off video. All right, I've got my sell order. I set the sell order for 4 cents higher than what I purchased it. And I accidentally made that purchase at $43.26. So not a big deal. That mistake happens for pretty more frequently than I'd like it to happen. All right, LNG is the next stock we're going to look at, which is Cheniere Energy. We have price triggered yesterday as it moved above the slow moving line, and now it triggered today as it moved back down below the slow moving average. All right, with price action moving the way it is, and because this is a choppy stock, if you look here, we've reached a high in the last 3 months of 246, and we've reached a low of 221. So we're basically looking at a $25 range that LNG has been moving in the last 3 months. So even if it just goes down, it more than likely is just going to turn back around pretty quickly. I was hoping for a more continual, consistent run upwards. Because if we look at their earnings per share, they had an estimated earnings of $2.36, but their actual was $7.30 per share. And also, Trump had signed a couple weeks ago a contract with the European Union for them to purchase a lot of liquid natural gas, which is what this company, Cheniere Energy, produces. So right now, we're not going to set any type of sell order. We're not going to sell anything. We're going to wait until Monday for confirmation. And we're going to move on to our next stock, which is NRG. It's another energy company. Okay, it's a little busy here with all of my sell orders or day trading orders. Currently, price is lower than all of the purchase prices that I had for these 3 blocks. I purchased these in blocks of 3, and the least expensive purchase there is $153.31. So we're just going to let this ride, let it play out, and we'll move on to the next stock, which is XLY, which is an ETF for consumer discretionary. Many of these stocks we've been looking at every day for several days now. So similar situation as before, we have the fast moving average below the slow moving average, yet we have price above both of our averages. And we have an upward trend on the fast moving average. We also have an upward trend on the fast moving line compared to the MACD line. And we also have an increasing activity on the RSI, the relative strength index. So we're not going to do anything. We're certainly not going to buy anything. I don't buy stocks even though if we have price moving up. If the fast moving average is below the slow moving average, we'll just wait for a confirmation of the cross. If we look back here, you can see we had price above the both averages, and then it opened up the next day above both averages. However, it ultimately turned back around for a bit before it crossed here to continue price up for the next roughly a month, a little bit more than a month. So that's all of the stocks that hit our sell triggers. We're not going to look at anything to sell on Monday for earnings because there are no we have no stocks going to earnings on Monday morning. So we can just move on to our buy signals and take a look at what stocks have triggered those. It is time to buy some stocks so we can make money when we sell them. But first, if you could please click that like, share, and subscribe button. That way we have a possibility of reaching more people and helping more people. Our first buy signal that we're going to be looking at is XLP, which is a consumer services. So the difference between consumer discretionary and consumer services sectors of the market is that consumer discretionary, that's for your entertainment, that's for your travel, that's luxury goods, and consumer services is more for the things that we need, education, healthcare, any products that we would need to survive day to day. Those are parts of our consumer services. So we definitely have a clear cross, and we certainly have continuation. Right now I have none on XLP. I like to have 12, and that is 4 blocks of 3. So we're going to go ahead and purchase 12. That's at the current price of $82.48. See if this goes. Nope, we're going to cancel that, go to $82.50. Is it going to go? All right, we're just going to hit 82.51. See if that goes. All right, we're just going to hit buy market. And that went at 82.49. Interesting how that worked. I was trying to get it at a higher price and it ended up giving me a lower price. Don't see that very often, but we'll take it. All right, next one is a favorite is Costco. They'd been going down for quite a while. Since June 10th, they'd been going down. So it's nice to see them turn around because I have 2 shares that we had purchased around $1,060. So we are going to purchase 2 more. I like to be maxed out at 4. So we're going to purchase 2. Just delete, well, we'll just hit 1 and add 1. And the current price is $980.44. So we'll see if we get that. And we did. So there's our 2 Costco at $980.44. Now the other thing I do, once we have a confirmed cross and we're up in positive movement, I cancel all of my sell orders that would be in place. So we're just going to cancel those because I'd hate to come in one morning and price spiked up and continue to go up, wiping out any additional gains that we might have. I don't mind the spike when price is moving down because that means that it might spike up, it sells, we get a little bit of profit before price starts moving back down, like on something like this. But with price moving up, I just cancel all of the sell orders that I have for that stock. All right, let's take a look at another one, IWF. As the Russell 1000. So we had a price trigger, both triggers. We had a price trigger as it crossed below the fast moving average, and then it triggered back up as a purchase. First one was a sell order, and this one was a sell alert. Now this one was a buy alert yesterday, and then we had confirmation today. However, if I haven't made any purchases, you can see I've not made any purchases or sale of this stock. If I haven't made any purchases, I pay no attention to these alerts or these triggers unless I had previously purchased in at a cross, when the fast moving average crosses. That is my main position in which I like to purchase all of the books of stocks that I have for a particular equity, and then I'll move in and out of those particular books depending on price action. But I will not be making a purchase of IWF today. We'll wait until price moves down below and then moves back up for the cross. So the next one, we're just going to move to Coca-Cola. All right, we had price cross today, fast moving average, cross the slow moving average. So we'll wait until Monday to see if we have a price continuation on that Monday. Next is triple Qs. QQQ, which is an ETF that is indexed to NASDAQ. We had a crossover, then back down, then back up. Yesterday, even though we had a confirmation of the crossover, we had price trending down. So I waited today to see if we have price moving up, and we do. I currently have 3 books. I like to have 4. So we're going to purchase 1 share at 573.80. Nope. Yep. And the next one is Ross Stores. Just ROST. So this one was triggered a while back, but it was on my list that I hadn't done anything with. It was an open order, if you will. So I'll go back through my list that triggers in previous days and on even into the previous week, and that popped up on my list, and that's why it's there. But we have no actual purchase alert, buy alert that was triggered today. So we're going to move on to Sherwin-Williams. Here we had a crossover back here 4 days ago or 3 days ago. We had confirmation of that cross. We stayed above the next day, but we had price moving down. We had price moving down again. And today we're going to call this confirmation of price moving upward. So I currently have 3 shares. That is 3 books. I like to have 4 shares of Sherwin-Williams. So we're going to go ahead and purchase this one, hopefully. And there we go. Next on the list is SoFi. All right. SoFi is online banking and tries to capture and help people who currently don't have a bank. The unbanked is what they're called. We have a price crossed yesterday. We had a continuation in price. However, we got a price moving back down. So for me, that is not a continuation. When we get the continuation moving in the same direction of the cross, whether it's up or down, that's what we can call continuation. So we're not going to be purchasing SoFi. We'll move on to the next one, which is SPXL, which is a triple leverage ETF indexed to the S&P 500. So we had a crossover 2 days ago. Price opened up to confirm, but then it moved down all day. But we do have confirmation today. So I currently have 9. I like to have 12. So we're going to purchase 3 more, possibly at 186.72 or not. So we'll cancel this and we'll move up to 186.74. And maybe that will go. And it did. So we'll mark that as a purchase. And we'll move on to UI, which is Ubiquity. And we have price moved back up, same thing, 2 days ago as SPXL. Price crossed. We had a price continuation higher, but it moved down. But we have confirmation today. So UI, I currently have none. And this is the same as the IWF ETF for the Russell 1000. I've made no purchases. I would rather have purchased here, and then I would be moving in and out of the stock accordingly. But at these crosses, if I haven't purchased it, that's when I'll purchase my full book of 4 books. There are some times that I will buy in when it's like this. That's when I know that the news confirms, at least to my liking and the level of knowledge that I have right now and the level of experience, that if news is trending with a particular stock and the economy is trending with a particular stock and it's going to be going up, I'll buy in and I'll just buy 1 book, which in this case, it would be just 1 stock if I were to buy, but I'm not. We're just going to let it go and we're going to move on to, well, that's it. That is all of our purchases, all of our buy alerts. So we are done with our sells and we are finished with our buys today. All right, now that we're done, I'll come reset this to the SPY and we'll take a look at the our activities for the day. And here is the trading results for the day and the week. You'll see that the realized earnings for today was $230. And for the week, we're looking at just shy of $1,430. Now, the performance to date is 15.1% for my account, compared to the S&P 500 at 8.61%. So I hope that you're taking note of all of the trades I'm doing. I hope that you're taking note that I am making money, and I hope that inspires you to get into the markets. Please, if you know of anybody else who might be in the markets and not being profitable, or they are thinking about getting into the markets, please share my videos with them. Thanks for checking out this Friday's video, and I hope you all have an awesome weekend.